Hey everyone, today we're diving into something super important but often overlooked, the power of being alone. Trust me, it's not as scary as it sounds, like we're constantly bombarded with this pressure to be social, to be on and to be surrounded by people all the time. But low-key, sometimes the best thing we can do for ourselves is to just chill by ourselves for a hot sec. So grab your favorite snacks, put on your comfiest PJs, and let's get real about the magic of solitude.
Okay, so first things first, being alone gives you this crazy opportunity to actually get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. When you're constantly surrounded by other people, it's easy to kind of morph into this version of yourself that you think they want to see, you know? But when you're alone, it's just you, yourself, and you. No judgment, no expectations, just pure, unadulterated you-ness. It's like you can finally take off that metaphorical mask we all wear in public and be like, hey, what's up? It's me, your friendly neighborhood weirdo. And the best part, you can actually start to figure out what you truly enjoy, what you believe in, and what makes you, I remember this one time I spent an entire weekend by myself and I ended up trying this crazy DIY face mask recipe I found online. Let's just say it involved avocado, honey, and way too much turmeric. My face was yellow for like a week, but you know what? It was the most fun I'd had in ages. I realized that I actually love experimenting with weird beauty treatments and that it's totally okay to laugh at myself and my questionable life choices every now and then.
Let's be real, our minds can be like the messiest places on earth sometimes. It's like a never-ending stream of thoughts, worries, to-do lists, and that one embarrassing thing you said in the 7th grade. But when you allow yourself to be alone, you're basically hitting the pause button on all that mental chaos. It's like giving your brain a much-needed vacation, you know? You can finally focus on one thing at a time, process your thoughts without distractions, and just be present in the moment. Remember when you were a kid and you could spend hours just staring at a bug or building a fort out of blankets? That's the kind of focus we're talking about here. I swear, the best ideas I've ever had for my videos have come to me when I've been completely alone, just chilling in my room, letting my mind wander. It's like my brain finally has the space to breathe and be creative without all the usual noise.
Okay, this one might sound a little counterintuitive, but trust me on this. Being alone allows you to process your emotions in a healthy and productive way. When you're constantly surrounded by people, it's easy to just kind of push down any negative emotions you're feeling and put on a happy face. But bottling up your emotions is like the emotional equivalent of wearing Spanx. It might make you look good on the outside, but it's not doing you any favors in the long run. When you're alone, you have the space to actually acknowledge your emotions, sit with them for a while, and figure out what they're trying to tell you. It's like having a therapy session with yourself, but without the awkward small talk and the hefty hourly rate. Plus, sometimes you just need a good cry, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. Just ask my pillow. It's seen me at my best and my absolute worst.
Okay, so this one's for all my fellow creatives out there. Have you ever noticed how some of your best ideas come to you when you're in the shower, driving alone, or just doing something completely mundane? That's the power of solitude, my friends. When you're alone, your mind is free to wander, make connections, and come up with crazy, out-of-the-box ideas. It's like your inner genius is finally allowed to come out and play. I swear, some of the most random, weird, and wonderful ideas for my YouTube videos have come to me when I've been completely alone. One time I was just sitting in my PJs, eating cereal straight out of the box, don't judge. And I had this epiphany about making a video about the history of scrunchies. Random? Yes. Did it turn out to be one of my most popular videos? Absolutely. So yeah, embrace the power of boredom and solitude, my friends. You never know what brilliant ideas your brain might cook up.
So let's be real, relying on yourself can be scary AF. It's like, hello world, I'm an independent adult who can totally handle things on my own. Please don't leave me alone, I'm scared. But seriously, learning to enjoy your own company and do things for yourself is like a major confidence furniture without having a mental breakdown. I am. Disclaimer, I have never existential crisis. But you get the idea. Being independent isn't about never needing help from anyone ever again. It's about knowing that you're capable of handling things on your own, even if it's just ordering takeout and watching Netflix in your PJs.
Being alone, the whole mindfulness thing can seem a little intimidating, right? It's like, am I supposed to be meditating on a mountaintop, surrounded by chanting monks or something? But honestly, mindfulness is just about being present in the moment and paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. And guess what? Being alone makes it a whole lot easier to actually, hear your own thoughts. It's like when you're constantly surrounded by people and noise, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of it all. But when you're alone, you can finally tune out all the external distractions and just be present with yourself. Like, I remember this one time I was feeling super stressed out, so I decided to try this whole meditation thing. I sat down on my bed, closed my eyes, and immediately started thinking about what I was going to have for dinner. Not exactly the picture of Zen serenity, right? But you know what? Even just those few minutes of quiet contemplation helped me to feel a little calmer and more centered. And hey, if I can do it, anyone can.
All right, so this one's a little deep, but bear with me. Being alone gives you this amazing opportunity to reflect on your life, figure out what's working and what's not, and set some goals for the future. It's like having a personal development retreat, but without the awkward icebreakers and the overpriced green smoothies. Like when you're constantly surrounded by people, it's easy to just kind of go with the flow and not really think about where you're headed in life. But when you're alone, you have the space to actually ask yourself some tough questions like, am I happy? Am I fulfilled? Am I still using the same expired mascara from like 2 years ago? Spoiler alert, the answer is probably yes. But seriously, taking the time to reflect on your life, both the good and the bad, can help you to grow as a person and make choices that are aligned with your values and aspirations. Plus, you might even discover that you're capable of achieving things you never thought possible. This might sound counterintuitive, but trust me on this one. Spending time alone can actually make you a better friend, partner, and overall human being. It's like absence makes the heart grow fonder, but for your relationship with yourself and everyone else in your life. When you're comfortable being alone, you're less likely to seek validation from others or depend on them to make you happy. It's like you already have your own internal source of happiness and fulfillment, so you can approach your relationships from a place of wholeness rather than neediness. Plus, when you're not constantly surrounded by people, you actually have the time and energy to appreciate the people you care about even more. It's like, oh my God, I missed you so much. Tell me everything. But like not in a creepy, stalkerish way. Salt down bone. Okay, so this one's a little out there, but hear me out. Being alone can actually deepen your connection with yourself, the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in. It's like, namaste in my pajamas, y'all. When you're alone, you have the space to quiet your mind, connect with your intuition, and explore your spiritual side without distractions. It's like you can finally hear the whispers of your soul, or maybe that's just the sound of the refrigerator running. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not exactly the most spiritual person in the world. My idea of meditation is scrolling through Instagram with a face mask on, but even I have to admit that there's something incredibly grounding and peaceful about spending time alone in nature, listening to calming music, or just like staring at the ceiling and pondering the meaning of life. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the glorious freedom that comes with being alone. Like when you're by yourself, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, without judgment or interruption. It's like the ultimate form of self-expression. You want to spend all day watching reality TV in your pajamas? Go for it. You want to blast Britney Spears and dance around your living room like nobody's watching? Do it. Just maybe close the blinds first, unless you want to give your neighbors a free show. The point is, when you're alone, you have the freedom to be your true, authentic self without any apologies or explanations. It's like, this is my life, these are my choices, and if you don't like it, you can kindly see yourself out, but like not in a rude way, more like a peace out Girl Scout kind of way. Yes. So there you have it. Embrace the power of being alone and watch your life transform. It's not about becoming a hermit and living in a cave, unless that's your thing, no judgment. It's about creating space for yourself, connecting with your inner weirdo, and prioritizing your own well-being. Trust me, your mind, body, and soul will thank you for it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content. See you next time.